The Northerners say you guys, and Southerners say y'all. And I like y'all. Third person is him, her, they, and it. And we often use it because third person approaches tend to be very objective, almost scientific. You can approach, and the great saints and sages have approached the divine from each of these perspectives. And again, it appears that they're contradictory or conflicting if you don't realize the perspectives of the same thing. There have been enormous theological and philosophical battles over what's the ultimate perspective of spirit. So what's a first person? Well, let's start with a third person perspective of spirit. Is when you picture spirit in an objective way, maybe our ultimate reality in an objective way, perhaps the great web of life, or nature itself. You look at this vast expanse of nature and you say, there is spirit, there is the divine. You can't miss it. That's a third person approach to spirit. Second person approach to spirit says, well, that's fine, but it does seem that it's not really directing a second person, is it? It's not actually confronting and talking with an intelligence. So imagine a vast, great intelligence that built the Grand Canyon, that built all of this extraordinary nature. Where was the divine before the Big Bang? What intelligence? It doesn't have to be a person as we think of a person. The sages and theologians are much more sophisticated about what a person means. As if we say God might be a trinity, for example, of three persons. A person is just any sort of being that has intelligence. And that's the universe applies. It works that way. So a second person can also be a little bit more personified as a metaphoric way to approach spirit. So in that mode, spirit is approached as a great thou, as a living, breathing, vital reality that you can talk to. And it will, or she will, talk back to you. Spirit in first person is I amness. It's the pure subject in you, the pure awareness in you, that is the first person face of God. And the mystics in particular often rely on this perspective because they point out one thing, that if you want to know spirit, this unavoidable aspect of spirit that we were singing about, the only thing that you're ever aware of is this I amness in you. And you are aware I am existing right now. This I amness is the only thing that's constant in you. If you think of what in your experience right now is the same 5 minutes ago, I amness. You had the same I amness. Not as an object, but as the pure awareness. So objects come and go. You have thoughts, you have feelings, you have sensations. But what's aware of them? What is this witness in you that is aware of sensations as they come and go? And this great I amness was present now, was present 5 minutes ago. It was present 5 hours ago. It was present 5 centuries ago. Before Abraham was, I am. And this vast I amness, this pure subjectivity, this Atman that is Brahman, is spirit in first person. So which of these three perspectives is correct? All of them. And one of the great things that we have been able to learn by putting various cultures together and looking at this extraordinary experiment of millennia of human beings opening themselves to the ground of being and the great intelligence that brought forth all of this, moment to moment, is that spirit can be approached in first, second, and third person perspectives because spirit is big enough to contain all of those. So using some of these concepts allows us to get a handle on the many, many different approaches that men and women have taken to the divine and that the divine has taken towards us.